Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. The New York Jets taking on the Tennessee Titans.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the New York Jets. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They're halfway home, looking good, and a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
The secret to his game and his success? Incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it, because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Clark looking to throw on second down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Clark looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bush. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here's Clark throwing on first down, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. Now Spears to begin the drive. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 55 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
This 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Wilson. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Hand off to Spears. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Here's Spears on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you. Keep it to short gain.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Will McDonald able to record his 5th sack of the season. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Right back to Cooper, and he got it. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Clark to throw. Throwing to start the drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That one's taken in by Spears.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Out of the gun to give to Spears.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right back to Spears.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And here's a give to Spears.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 27.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
From the right hash, this from 44 yards out.
Koo knocks this one through the posts.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They'll start on the ground with Bush. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
2nd down and 4.
Off the play fake, Clark.
He finds Wilson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Bush trying the middle.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
A give. This is Bush. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll keep it in the hands of Bush. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to Bush. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run it with Bush. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Clark. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Michael Wilson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to add on to that lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Point after here coming up. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 9-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Spears. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run with Spears. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Play action. Now Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 2nd and 5. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. D.J. Johnson. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
And on 1st and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and drop. And now they're not even in the red zone anymore.
first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
In motion right, that's Burks. Here's a run by Spears.
Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. On the counter, it's Bush.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi...
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clark. Open man here is Conklin.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw. Clark. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty, because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
They'll look to throw again. This is caught. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First and goal, Bush. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try again down here with Bush. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there, with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now, because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return, as he'll get this to about the 23. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Wilson.
This one completes Alec Pierce.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Wilson on first down.
Open man Hamler, that's complete.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On second down, Wilson.
They're going right back to Hamler.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing is Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. James Cook, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. the Florida State product, Cam Akers, with a touchdown run. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Javonte Williams with a touchdown run.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
At the 32-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Green.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Here's third and a few inches.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick-6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
A try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Titans first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Operating from the gun. Wilson.
Got his man, Okonkwo.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the delay, it's Bush, able to slither by. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clark, throw left side, complete. That's Bush. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Clark.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here's Wilson. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw.
Quick slant to Hamler.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On first down, Green.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Now Wilson.
On the slant, Burks.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Green.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And Wilson going to run it on the draw.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Dayo Odengbo showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They run up the middle with Bush. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10.
Tennessee offense set to go again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
A good chunk on the ground on the keeper. 17 yards, 1st down.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wilson.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
Wilson from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 8-yard line.
Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1.
Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Jets are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This is Bush. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Here's 3rd and 3.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for the first with Bush.
And he will have a Jets 1st down, and that should just about do it.
It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jets, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.